welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video. It is Deja and I am back with another video, honey. What's good, what's poppin'? It's Deja. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you're not new here and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, okay? Today I am with someone very special. He's gonna introduce himself, and then you can plug yourself. Obviously I'm gonna have all that information down below, but you can still like tell them because we want to know. And then we're gonna hop right into this interview, okay? So you can go ahead.
All right, my name is Fletcher. I'm a member of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated from Central State University, Alpha Mu chapter. I'm just happy, excited to be here.
Thanks.
See
I'm so excited.
Page.
Okay, so I know you touched on your organization and stuff like that, but tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like I know you said you have a podcast and stuff like that, so you can mention that as well.
Yeah, so I have a podcast. It's called Gents with Drinks. I'm one half of the podcast with my guy Black Jack, who's a alumni of Morehouse University.
Okay.
So we went to high school together. We always just kept in touch, and since he moved back to Chicago, I had moved back to Chicago. We was just kicking around, talking. I had started it with someone else at first.
Yeah.
But then me and him, the connection was just super cool. We both
just vibed.
Yeah, both HBCU grads and fathers of sons. So we just kept in it running. So we give that West Side Chicago black intelligent view of just everyday things.
Yeah.
We don't get too political, but we try to have fun, keep it light. Yeah. But also talk about serious things gun violence, all that kind of stuff.
Oh wow, that's so dope. Okay. So my first question was for you to introduce yourself, but you already did. My second question is, why did you want to join the organization that you're in?
Well, so first, I had no idea what an Iota was. Okay. I originally wanted to be a Kappa. My former boss, which is Secretary of State Jesse White, he's a Kappa. I had a basketball coach that was a Kappa. I had a bunch of just leadership roles of adult males in my family, just Kappas and Qs. So I thought hey,
that's the way to go.
That's where I was going because that's what I knew. So when I got to school, the Kappas were suspended for 3 years or something like that. Oh, wow. And so I was still interested, but then the guys, I guess it was just a natural thing. The guys that I kept meeting, they were like, who are these dudes? They were oh, they Iotas. What's that? So I kind of went on the internet, looked at Iotas, what are they about? We have a motto said, building a tradition that resting upon one. So, everyone has their stereotype, I guess.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The AKs are supposed to be the pretty girls, and
very
the alphas are they the first ones, so we the leaders, and the Qs will be the dogs, they rough and stuff. But Iotas never really had a stereotype.
Yeah.
And for me,
that's really true. That is so true.
Yeah. So for me, everybody thought I was gonna be at school. Everybody thought I was gonna be a Kappa or Alpha. You know what I'm saying? Because I hung with a bunch of my friends who are Alphas and Kappas, and honor society, playing basketball, I danced on a dance team, I did a bunch of stuff. So it was when I became an Iota, it was just everybody was eyeball, everybody was what? You an Iota? And it was just because my interaction with the guys were it was just so genuine. We playing cards. One dude, one of my big brothers, they just gave me groceries, you know what I'm saying? Something like that you just wouldn't expect. So
somebody
it was
do for you.
One of those things. I was just my roommate and him and another roommate were man, we're gonna try the Iota, we're gonna try this thing. Let's see if we can do it together. I feel we could make a difference because we were just at a small school. We kind of felt we were kind of popular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we just made a difference and just okay, we're gonna do it this way. You know what I'm saying?
That's so dope, and I respect that you said you were going out for, or not going out for, but interested in the other two organizations, because that was one of my other questions, which was, if you didn't join your organization, were you interested in another organization? Because I feel a lot of times people that are in Greek organizations, they never, especially females, they never want to say, I was once interested in being a blank, but I end up joining this one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always that stereotype, oh, you couldn't get in that organization, so you settled.
Yeah, and I hear that, and that's weird to me. I feel there's different situations for everybody. You know, so like I said, it would have been Kappa for sure. Alpha, But that was like because that's all I knew. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, like a lot of people really don't know nothing about Iotas,
Exactly.
like until they meet an Iota. Like, oh, I met an Iota, like. And
you're actually my first Iota that I ever met in person, like
real?
in life. Like,
okay.
I mean, I've talked to people over the internet or whatever that are like Iotas, but meeting, going to events, like I've never been to an event that had Iotas there.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm not a social person as he is.
Okay.
But my school didn't have Iotas,
Right.
so it was just like, okay, I would never see one or whatever the case may be. So it's actually really dope. Okay, so my next question is, do you feel like Greek life is overrated now?
Well, I've been in the Greek organization for a while. I'm 34, so it's like I've seen the good, the bad. Like even when I was there, like we inherited a beef with other fraternities because the other Iotas before us was getting stepped on. So for us getting like crossing and being in the organization, just realizing like y'all hate me just because I'm an Iota. Like I didn't get it. Like and it came to be like I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So when you say overrated, I don't think it's overrated. I just think like there's still like a lot of people still just don't know what being in a Black Greek organization is. Like I, for one, like I try to put on my best face every time I'm putting something on. Like like I said, like it took me a while to get like find my jacket, like because I was like going to the basement, like because I'm used to like just giving my stuff out when I see somebody that made it, and you consciously made a decision to become an underdog.
Gotcha.
That's how I feel about Iotas. Like we're the underdogs of the Divine Nine.
Yeah. We're
the youngest in 1963. People keep talking trash. Like, hey, you can have dinner with your founders.
But you can.
But I did it.
Exactly. And you met your founders. Like
I literally met my founders and like had a lunch with them,
so
had
dope.
a dinner. Like you can't say that about anybody. But like
exactly.
It's just like I feel like when you consciously become like an Iota, like you have to like it's almost like being a Black person like in corporate America. You have to put on this extra, like everything you do has to be to the max.
Yeah.
Like being in step shows and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Just for, you have to overcome that hill that's already set for you.
Facts. Okay. So, what are 4 things that you love about your organization or learned from your organization?
I mean, brotherhood is always going to be the number one thing. Like, I know you spoke with one gentleman, I forgot, I think he was a Q on your show, but like I had dinner with a guy who just like, man, you come to my house anytime. Like I go to Tennessee, I go to TSU, and the bros down there, they're like super cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like meeting a stranger, but he's also your brother at the same time. Like it's like meeting a family member at the family reunion.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you want some potato salad, baby? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you miss such and such son. Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, and it's like, just to like say like, oh, we did this thing together, so you share that bond already. So that's like the first thing, the brotherhood. 2 was just like I said, like I came in the organization from like seeing what they were already like about, and then having to prove more about myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Fletcher the Iota. I'm not just an Iota. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, that's AKA. That's a Q. That's Alpha. And they be like, no, that's Fletch the Iota. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's I'm who I am first, and then
and a lot of people don't see it like that.
Oh,
like,
just alphas.
Exactly.
Just
like everybody's just like, oh no, I'm an AK. Like when people I asked this guy, I asked this guy, I'm like, tell me about yourself, and he was like, well, I'm a Kappa, and I'm like, what else do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy because people they see the letters and they're just like, this is exactly what I am. Like everything that my organization is, I embody, which is okay, but who are you without the letters? So
and one thing is like for me, like I purposely didn't wear a lot of like P only because I don't like the color brown. So when I found out we could wear gold and white and all that, I was like, cool, like that's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my original jacket. Like when I first crossed, we had a brown jacket with the letters on. I was like, I'm not wearing it. Like, I just don't want to wear brown. Like it just wasn't for me.
Brown is in now.
I mean,
all the browns is in.
But I'm a colorful dude. Like I like colors. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wear more pink than I wear brown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally have a pink and green like shirt with my podcast on.
Really?
Because my friends are AK, so I wore some for her.
Okay.
And of course like Kamala. You know what I'm saying? So I did the whole
that's dope
spin on it. But that was 2, you know what I'm saying, being an individual first, and then being yourself first. Like that was one thing that even online, like I was taught that, like, you know, you still be yourself, no matter.
See?
No matter who you are, just like be who you are, but also represent that you have those others. Be an individual, but you can be in your fraternity, sorority, and still be you.
Exactly.
Like, don't, you know,
and that's
become like background music.
Yes, a lot of people are just like, even like people today, they just feel like, oh my God, this is all that I am. You know what I'm saying? Like they just take it and they run with it, and they don't really see it as like, you know, I am myself first. You know what I'm saying? And like so many people get this idea of like, you know, obviously when we're online, we have to be one. But, you know, just because we're one together doesn't mean that we're, you know what I'm saying?
We won one online. I'm going to tell you right now. My line is Ocean's 11. It's because we stole.
Really?
Okay, statute of limitations. Cool. We had some broke niggas online. Like,
really?
No money. So me having a job, the other guy having a job, like I was like spending my
told to
check.
give up.
I was spending my check on other dudes. That's how you know it was like, okay, this is a brother, because I was spending my money. I'll go to Foot Locker, then I'm get my scholarship money, and I was like, all right, I already got my money. I was paid up all the way. Like I was like, how much it costs? Oh, I'm good. I'm already in.
Yeah.
So I had a few brothers online that was just like not getting any money. So man, we did a lot. Like, had to steal food. Like, I remember one time we went to Pizza Hut and was like, oh, let me get like 5 some pizzas. And then we just grabbed all the pizza like and ran. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we had to feed the whole, like, another chapter came.
Oh,
I remember that. And it was like, we ain't got no money. Like, I was like, bro, I'm broke.
Yeah,
like,
I was told when I was online that because I had 3 jobs at the time. And literally I was told, like, you need to give up your job. Like, your sisters don't have those many jobs. Like, you need to give those up. Are they paying my are they paying my bills? Like, come on now, they not paying my bills. I have a car. No, nobody on my line had like legit bills. They either had their parents paying for them, which is like, that's perfectly fine. But you know, I was not fortunate enough to have that. So I'm keeping all my jobs, and it was. It was a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't talk about it. So, how do you feel about the whole made versus paper concept?
Or
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts about it is that, like, you're definitely gonna miss the experience on being made. Like, it's just an experience. It's anything you want. It's that saying, I guess, like, if you really want it enough, you'll work hard to get it. But I also know there's different circumstances too. Like, some people just wait till grad chapter, like, you know what I'm saying? Or some people went to an undergrad that didn't really have Black Greeks, and then now they go to a grad school, and then they're like, well, this is my chance to. Like, because not everyone will be undergrad at such and such university and then travel to another school to get made, which I know adult who did that. Like, she like went to another school just to get made. Like, I was like, oh shit, that's like dedication. Like, but she was legacy too, so it was like she wanted to. Yeah, I mean,
essentially,
I guess, but like, but you gotta think she could have been like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like me, I could have waited until my senior year when the Kappas came back. Like, it's that process that you really, really. I think it's humbling. I think it's a humbling experience. I think it's something you won't forget. Like, hey man, remember that time we was in the mud and blah, blah, blah. Like, man, you'll never get that back. It's kind of like, so when someone is like just getting in an organization and they have missed that part of being in the organization, I feel like they're just missing out on a part of life that they could have used. But like, again, there's different circumstances, and also a lot of people were made ain't shit. It's a lot of people.
A lot of people that's made ain't even active.
Not active.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know a lot of dudes who take their ass with us and still ain't doing nothing for the fraternity. Like, ain't put a due in. We got community service. I ain't seen you since. But it's party time. Yeah, you the first person drunk and drinking everybody else's liquor. Like, why your hand in the punch so much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Have you ever? I don't know. I think it's like with the new generation. A lot of young guys are more so, I don't know, I don't feel like if they are made, they were not made right. Have you ever had a situation where like guys would challenge girls? Because
the AKAs at my school, the first line that first came back, because there was some huge thing that happened. I think like school wide, it was on the news or something. So the AKs were disbanded for a long time.
Damn.
And then they came back, and the first line was just I don't know if they were paper or whatever. Like they said they had a process. No one knows nothing about it because they didn't have a pro show or nothing like that.
Oh wow.
It was just these are the AKs that was gonna be on. It was like 20 some of them or something like that.
Okay.
And they got a lot of grief. Like it was like a lot. Like, but a few of them girls were legacy. Like I mean they were. I mean it was. And I feel like some use it as an opportunity. Like well I ain't got to do it, so now I'm here. But like. For me, I wasn't one of them people that was like, oh, like I don't mess with them, but they paper. But like you saw them, the Deltas at a pro show, they was ripping paper up, and it was wild. It was, I was like, this is like gangland. Like you know, when a white person go to the hood, it'd be like, oh my god, like it's like you know what I'm saying, it was like Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
But like, it was some dudes that were just like going hard, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't fuck with y'all, blah blah blah, like and being me, I took it as an opportunity. Like, hey, let's bring the girls in. Like, let's like, you know, let's just treat them normal. Like, and then we end up having this thing called Chocolate Passion. We had the AKs and the Iotas would have joint events, and we would have like the pink and green and brown and flyers everywhere and stuff like that. But because I was cool with a bunch of the ladies that crossed, like, I'm still cool with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, okay, I knew this process didn't happen, so I'm gonna treat you a certain way. I just feel like, again, not being made, you miss out on something. Like there's a little piece of your life that you
don't really get
to experience. But again, like that with that other stuff that like when you talk about like guys like trying to challenge you,
it's
cut,
so crazy.
It's weird. That's like for me. That's like it's domestic abuse to me. Like, I feel like no man should ever put his hands on a woman. Period. I don't care if it's fraternity, sorority, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just weird. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I probably would have been like, okay, it's time for us to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I just don't see, I could not see some dudes just saying like, oh,
and it's like with and it's like with new guys, they literally like one of like, and I only asked because one of the girls who recently crossed, who is a subscriber of mine, she was like, is it supposed to happen? Like, are guys supposed to challenge girls? And I'm just like, no. Like, from my understanding, that can't, I mean, it shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
I've been invited to, so I, like, you know what I'm saying? We have, like, auxiliaries or something, like the Iota Sweethearts and Alpha and Kappa Diamonds and stuff like that. And I've been to, like, a process, and I sat there, I was like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? But I've never, like, oh, I'm gonna get the paddle and I'm gonna start swinging.
Yeah, we've been to like, you know, a meeting or whatever, a little set for the cues, and it was just like we just sat there. We didn't say anything. Like, but when, you know, we had people come visit us, it was, I want to be a part of your process, all hands on deck type stuff, and I'm just like, your fraternity, like, this has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't
see me doing it. Like for me, like, I've always been that person, like, and I've never been a dean, but they said I could, but like I just like to teach. Like, I always say, like, this is temporary. Like, if you think this is the worst thing you've ever done, it's not. Like, you can get through that. That hell week was rough, but you come out on the other side, especially if it's done right. And you said that, like, if someone who's taught right when they're learning this process, there's supposed to be education being administered also.
Exactly.
Like, I still have my brain, like, you know what I'm saying, and I can go back and look at old, like, information and stuff. Like, there's still supposed to be, like, some scholarship being done. Like, so, and I think that's what I don't know if it's the younger generation or is it just whoever is guiding the line, whoever's the dean, you are supposed to be the teacher. Like, it's like being a parent and having children. Like, there's supposed to be something educational. You're supposed to learn something, and part of that is being humble about yourself too. Yeah,
that's true. Okay, so do you ever, like, obviously you said you were interested in other organizations when you were, like, first coming into Greek life. Do you ever regret your decision, or are you happy with your decision?
I'm happy with my decision. Like I said, like, I was gonna be me regardless. Like, you know, no matter what letter, no matter what organization, I was gonna be me. If I was in a Q or a Kappa or Alpha, whatever, I was just gonna be me regardless. Like, the only thing I think that I just learned a little bit more about brotherhood and stuff, because, like, I don't really come from that. Like, you know, it's like I have a brother, I have an older brother, like we're close, but like to have, like I said, go somewhere where you don't know this person, but just because you're in the same brotherhood organization, they got your back automatically. Like, oh, he didn't kill nobody. I know him. He didn't kill nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like that. So like for me, I would have never. Like, and what's weird, which is a funny story, is like I got into a fight with an alpha, and he still wanted me to be in the organization. Like, I think he had just like, he was like talking to me about something, but like we had got into a fight before, like, and he was like, man, I just want to let you know I'm gonna treat you like a brother, like blah blah blah. But like in my mindset, I'm like, dude, I whoop dude. Like I don't think that's gonna be. I don't think it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just hold back on that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like for them to even send dude to me to talk to me was like, you know, that was kind of like. And
that just goes to show that like people in these Greek organizations can be interested in you. Like, you know, when we tell you guys to show interest, that's not the only thing that we want you guys like to do or whatever. Like, we can also show interest in you if we're interested.
And don't tell everybody. Like, don't tell everybody. Like, you know, like what I did, I was interested in the Kappas. I talked to a Kappa, but I talked to him on the side. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was from Chicago, so we had that little bond. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, Sean, you know, kind of interested, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? If there's anything I could do, let me know. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, okay. But then I knew that they were still, like... Suspended. I don't know. I don't want to go underground. I just felt like that was something weird. Like, you know, I could just wear a red t-shirt, but I can't wear letters. Like, yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
A lot of people definitely feel like it's fine with me just to say that they in something. And it's just like, that's weird. But my last question is, when you were, obviously you talked about how you express interest, but what would be your go-to like key tips that you would tell young men who are interested in joining not only your organization but other fraternities within the D9? What are some tips on how to show interest, discretion, stuff like that?
I would say just continue to be yourself, but also be mature about it. Like, I mean, have respect for yourself and respect for the organization. So when I say that is like, if you're a good student, continue to be a good student. Like, if you're an athlete, continue to be an athlete. Or, you know, even if you're just a regular ghost face, like, you know what I'm saying, a person who just goes by and but like try to show interest in being yourself first. Like, and if you're interested in that organization, ladies too, like, you know, just think about who the type of person you are and what the type of person you want to be. Because there's nothing wrong with trying to be somebody better than what you are. Because I feel like that's what joining an organization, like, again, go back to the actual process, like being online and being pledged. Like, I took pride after I crossed. Like, I was like, I'm taking pride in it. I'm doing all this stuff that I don't want to do, but I'm doing it for a higher cause because I knew it was at the end of the tunnel. Like, and just seek information. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff online. There's a lot of negative stuff too, but like, you know, you can always weed through the BS over the truth.
That's true. That is definitely true. Well, thank you so much for being here and doing this for me. You guys, literally, I was trying my hardest. Like, I literally had to post on my Instagram. It was like, if you know an Iota in Chicago,
and that's how I found
please. Yes. And I think one of my subscribers who actually watched me it was you and somebody else. But the other guy was kind of like weird. So I was just like, because he kept like, he was very vague with his responses. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm not about to meet no random guy for the first time and he tried to kill me or something. I'm like,
so you like rainbow?
But yes, so I just want to thank you so much for being here and doing this. And yeah, make sure you guys follow all his stuff down below. Check out his podcast. Super dope person. Thank you so much. And yes, if you're not already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.